What's up, Hornets fans, and welcome back to another edition of Hornets Daily Podcast. My name is Tavon, and again, we have a show for you today. And again, the Charlotte Hornets has played in the back-to-back in which they won against the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic was defeated by the Charlotte Hornets in convincing fashion, to say the least, 124-97. But before we get into that, we also got to talk about our sponsor for today, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has been helping us out and helping me out in terms of funds going on for today. They hooked me up with a $75 bonus entry. Again, this is only due to that promo code basketball fans, which we will be going over around the mid pre-roll of the show. But again, basketball fans promo code has definitely been helping me. It gave me a first of $75 as soon as I placed down my first $5 for the game. I ended up still winning some money regardless of the first $75 that was given. Started off with the Conker Nipples bet and the Brandon Miller bet. Started gaining some money from there. The $75, the bonus cash, basically helped me out a little bit more in advance and a little bit more going along the way. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Underdog Fantasy has been helping. Tonight I placed down a pick for Brandon Miller to hit over 20 points. Unfortunately, he got exactly 20 but did not get 20.5. So he did not hit the higher, but was very close to it regardless or not. But LaMelo Ball's assist and rebound and points, I was able to hit as far as him getting at least lower than 20 points, but higher than 5 assists and higher than 5 rebounds, if so. So again, great investment. If anything, Underdog Fantasy will hook you up. You can win up to 500 times your first placement of cash on any pick or any draft that you go on. It's also a competitive mode as far as draft mode that you can do for the NBA slate as well. For any NBA slate, whether it be the mid slate, the early slate, or the late night slate with all the West Coast games, you can do that as well. Make sure you download the app on Underdog Fantasy by going to the QR code that's on to the right side of my screen, and you can basically play the game from there. And we're going to go on to the video as of now. Hornets cast a spell on the Magic, beating out the Orlando Magic 124-97. And it was a great game, to say the least, for Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte had LaMelo Ball return to the starting lineup after a back-to-back, or pretty much playing the first game of a back-to-back against Cleveland. Hornets put up a good effort against Cleveland, but was not able to get the victory against them. With LaMelo Ball, he has 16 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Has the Hornets beat the Orlando Magic in that game. Ball, who came off a night of pretty much not shooting, is pretty much 1 of 15 from the field, 0 of 10 from the three-point line. He answered back and had 6 of 12 shooting from the field and 4 of 8 from three-point distance, making most of his points in the first half. Brandon Miller had 20 for the game and was the team high leader in Charlotte. For Charlotte, Colin Sexton came off the bench and had 12 of his 19 in the first half. Conker Nipple and Tijon also added in 13 points. Miles Bridges, Musa, and Ryan Kalkbrenner added in 10 points from there. On the other side of things, Paolo Banchero with 23 points. Desmond Bane, who was cooking tonight, despite the lead being lopsided for the Magic, had 21 for the game. Moritz Wagner with 14. Noah Penda with 13 and Jet Howard with 10 in this one. Everybody got to a fast start for Charlotte. The game started off 35-20 in the first quarter, and then it got expanded from a 35-20 lead. They separated to 62-41 in the first half, with the Charlotte Hornets pretty much shooting 22 of 41 on the floor and 48% from the three-point line at that point. Then in the third quarter, the Hornets outscored the Orlando Magic 35-26 and extended the lead to past 30 points. The biggest lead was 33 points at one point in the period along the way. The Magic struggled. They shot 13 of 40, shooting 33%, and 5 of 19, 26% in the first half. The Orlando Magic was without Jalen Suggs. Mo Wagner was also currently was sidelined due to, no, they put Mo Wagner. It's actually Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner was sidelined with a left knee management. Could return into the lineup for the next game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, which will be huge for us if we can get that win, or if the Magic can at least get that win, if so. But going on for everything that's going here, great game for all sides of the matter. Knippel again with a double-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 11 shooting, 1 of 6 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 steal for him. Miles Bridges, 4 of 12 with 1 of 5 shooting, 8 rebounds, 10 points. Still kind of getting into the thick of things. Cannot get a shot going for himself. He just cannot hit any shots that's going on right now. And it's looking kind of serious for Miles Bridges. He cannot get anything going. Can't get any shots going for himself. And even though he had a really good poster dunk against Gogo Batadze in tonight's game, and then also a couple of alley-oops and a couple of dunks going his way, still just no scoring for Miles Bridges. His points average has dropped tremendously, especially after the West Coast trip. Him coming back now, he's just not looking good. Looking more and more like the fourth option of this team, which most of your Hornets fans are going to say, well, that's his design role by fault. And to a degree, I agree with you. But again, not expecting that drop off for the past 6 or 7 games from Miles Bridges. So something to definitely see for the time being. Moussa Diabate, 4 of 4, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Had 4 rebounds in this game, 1 assist, 1 block, he got 10 points for this game. Barely any rebounding for him. 16 minutes coming on the floor. Played some situational minutes from that point on. Brandon Miller, 8 of 15, 2 of 7 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 4 assists, 2 steals, 20 points for him. LaMelo Ball, 6 of 12, 4 of 8 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. 1 block, 16 points for him. Ryan Kalkbrenner, 3 of 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 1 block, 10 points. He had a really good block, I believe, not on Paolo, but I think it was Desmond Bane where he got his shot sent and it led to a fast break the other end. Josh Green, 2 of 4, 2 of 2 from the three-point line. Nice to see him hitting shots on a consistent basis. Sion James, 1 of 3, 1 of 2. Got to the free throw line twice. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 points for him. Colin Sexton, 6 of 7, 3 of 3 from the line, 4 assists, 2 steals, 19 points. T-John getting some minutes, 17 points for him with a total of 5 of 7 from the line, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds in this game, 13 points. And then Pat Connaughton and Antonio Reeves got minutes in this game and provided for the time being. He did not score anything. He did not get a stat, but at least a good sighting to see Antonio Reeves in the game. Pat Connaughton, of course, the reserve player, played 4 minutes from that point on. We had some inactives, obviously, with Grant Williams managing his right knee injury, or right knee for that ACL surgery that he just came back from. Trey Mann out with illness during that game. So the reason why, if you guys did not hear me mention Trey Mann, he was out with illness. And the rest of the guys were pretty much out or on G League assignment from that point on, except for Mason Plumlee, who is currently out with a right groin surgery. Orlando had Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs out. Of course, Franz Wagner with his right knee management. Jalen Suggs was just out completely. And again, with this Orlando Magic team, they just cannot get no offense going. Paolo Banchero was the high point man for this team. Desmond Bane was the second person with 21 or 20 points evenly. Moritz Wagner with 14. Noah Penda with 13. He played tremendous despite the losing effort. And Jet Howard was coming off the bench hitting threes in the fourth quarter. But at the end of the day, nobody else couldn't put in buckets. Anthony Black, 1 of 11. He killed us, or pretty much he didn't really kill us, but he had a good game against us the last time. He had about 20 points, 22 points. He only had 4 points in this game and shot 1 of 11. He shot really bad in this game. Wendell Carter, 2 of 6. Did not get over 5 rebounds in this game. So again, the Orlando Magic was just cannot get any offense going, couldn't hit any shots. Tyus Jones, 1 of 7. Everybody just could not hit any shots in this game. And it just goes to show that even if your star players is on sync and basically scoring at a high rate, if the team is not following off or not doing what they're supposed to do, it makes life a living hell for your team, to say the least. 47-31 on the rebounding tip as well. Both teams shot the same amount of shots, but one team shot better at the three-point line, and that is the Charlotte Hornets. They did it at a convincing fashion, 47.2%, and Orlando shot 37%. They also shot 77% from the free throw line, even though getting to the line less than the Charlotte Hornets. So that means that just goes to show me from the game, even though I watched the game completely, and so plenty of times that, Con Knippel was driving to the lane, get anything that he wanted. Brandon Miller got to the lane, get anything he wanted. Miles Bridges, same thing. Ryan Kalkbrenner gets some alley-oop lobs from LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball driving and getting and kicking out two open teammates as well. Con Knippel making a pass late to Kalkbrenner. One thing we also got to talk about, this is off topic. Charles Lee, please do not play them starters very late in the game, especially when the game was blowout. It was kind of nerve-wracking to see Con Knippel out there, considering that he got injured the last time against the Orlando Magic. And he was out there from the fourth quarter and still playing, even though the game was out of reach from that point. It was a little scary. Brandon Miller, same thing. He was running tick up until that late third quarter, all the way to the early fourth quarter. It kind of gave me like flashbacks, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this at all. Kind of should put the starters on the bench, let the young players play. But he eventually took them out. Miles Bridges, as I said, got the bulk of the minutes, got 30 minutes. Brandon Miller, 27, LaMelo Ball, 28. But going back to what I was saying from before, as I said, the Orlando Magic did not play really good defense in this game. They could not stop a common code going down to that paint, nor could they stop the three-point shooting of the Charlotte Hornets team. And it just goes to show you how the physicality from the Charlotte Hornets team as well on the defensive end was showing out. Because, again, majority of this team did not shoot over 50%. The only two people that shot over 50, if I'm not mistaken, in the starting lineup was Paolo and Desmond Bane. So it just goes to show you that they were out hustling them. They was getting out on the board. They was getting as much possessions, and they was defending on a good tip. To hold a team like the Orlando, even though Orlando is not really known for their offense like that, they're more known for their defense. The fact that we're outscoring the Orlando Magic, but also holding them to 97 points, should give you guys some really good optimism for this Hornets team. I'm pretty sure you guys already have optimism as it is. It's just the simple fact of the matter is now you guys see that the progression is real. You see that their defense is real. You see that the offense is what it is, has the time being, especially when LaMelo Ball is playing at full standard and when everybody's healthy. So, again, you guys see it, and we will anticipate this, especially against the Wizards that's coming up in the next 2 days. We also got a topic to talk about that as well. But in the meantime, let's go on to our second topic, and that is stats when LaMelo Ball is benched. Now, when LaMelo Ball is benched for them back-to-backs, we got to talk about just in general how the stats is. Again, he only's been benched only 3 times this season so far. In the 3 games that the Hornets has brought LaMelo off the bench, off of those back-to-backs, just to conserve his minutes and also to make sure he's healthy. LaMelo off the bench, they have been outscored 53-25 in the ballless opening minutes. So in the opening minutes of the game, when LaMelo Ball is not on the court whatsoever, when he's benched, there's a 8.67 average margin decreased when LaMelo Ball is not playing. Indiana started off the quarter 16-6. LaMelo Ball entered the game at 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Golden State 24-17. Golden State was winning. Ball entered the game at 5 minutes and 9 seconds for Cleveland. 13-2 start. LaMelo Ball entered the game very late. Not very late, very early. 8 minutes and 7 seconds into the game from that point on. One person that came in and talked about it from Ron Longo, when the Hornets are now 7-1. This is following after the win tonight against Orlando. Hornets are now 7-1 this season when the starting five of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Knight, Con Knippel, Miles Bridges, and Moussa Diabate is on the floor. This is what Nick Carbaron said, and again, this is a random Twitter post that I just put out there. Why I hate that the national narrative is so wrong on this. I do think that the Hornets have to find a way to manage LaMelo Ball's minutes differently than being without him to start games. And I couldn't agree anymore. I feel that Charles Lee, even though he's doing the right thing, he is limiting LaMelo Ball minutes, maybe limiting those minutes to the certain team. Maybe having him play majority of the first, taking him out in the second, probably not playing him as much in the second, play him in the third just a little bit, and not too much, take him out around the 8-minute mark, and then have him play that final stretch in the fourth quarter would go a long way, and maybe could reduce his minutes to maybe 28 minutes, 30 minutes, 32 minutes at least, so you can get some rest coming off the back-to-backs. Now, this is without saying or so that maybe they have been monitoring his minutes really good, because usually they will give him 25 minutes, 28 minutes to play around with during those times that he is being benched. But in the same sense in the matter that LaMelo Ball impact on this team is widely felt if he is not starting, because again, this team is 7-1 when he does start with the starting lineup that is Colin Knippel, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, and Moussa Diabate. It is very impactful, to say the least, and they need him on the floor. He is the reason why people are getting open shots. He drives the lane. He creates shots for himself. He gets the offense going. He gets the defense moving. He is the gravity of this Hornets team. Not to say that Colin Knippel cannot do that on his own as far as being an off-ball shooter or having plays designed for him, but nothing beats a person that has the ball in their hand and that can create for others and be the gravity and be a scoring threat at any point in time. A person that can put up 40 in an instant, especially if his shot is going, is very dangerous. And to say the least, that LaMelo Ball is needed on the floor at all times, especially for the Charlotte Hornets team. Without LaMelo Ball, we don't win games. It's plain and simple. It's from the plus-minus stats. It's plain and simple from the record going on so far. We only lost one game with our starting five basically being out there. The actual starting five with LaMelo Ball, Moussa, Colin Knippel, Miles Bridges, and Brandon Miller. It just goes to show that this team really needs LaMelo Ball. And to be honest with you, with the stats being out there, 53-25 in the opening minutes of the first quarter when LaMelo Ball is out, just goes to show you that in terms of general. You guys already know this for sure, but is there anything that you guys would prefer Coach Lee do with LaMelo Ball, especially with those minutes going to the back-to-back? Do you think Charles Lee should start LaMelo Ball during those times? And how would you adjust the minutes? Don't just tell me, yes, they need to do it and put LaMelo Ball in the starting lineup. Tell me in the comment section how would you manage LaMelo Ball's minutes to make sure that he stays healthy in regards to those back-to-backs, and make sure that he doesn't get fatigued or get worn out to the point of injury. Let me know in the comment section below. Personally, if it was up to me, I already said what I had to say. It's literally give him the first quarter minutes, let him play about 8 minutes, maybe 5, maybe 6, sit him out for most of the second quarter, maybe give him like 4 minutes or so in the second quarter, ramp up his minutes just a tad bit, giving him pretty much a start of maybe 7 minutes coming in. That'll be 17 minutes, and then finally in the fourth quarter, give him 7 minutes again, give him 24 minutes, or 8 minutes or so in that fourth quarter, and give him at least 25 minutes, 26 minutes at most, so you can get him going in the game. And then following the after back-to-back, pretty much have him play a full out 28 to 30 minutes from that point on and give him some time. So I think that'll probably be the best solution, to be honest with you. But as I said, it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section below. We're also going to let you know about a ad that we got for today, and it is Underdog Fantasy. So as I said at the beginning, I used the promo code BasketballFan. You can score up to $75 $5 in bonus entries when you first play your first $5 on Underdog Fantasy. All you have to do is download the QR code on the right-hand side. You can simply just take out your phone, go to the camera, point it at the QR code. You will be there. You can download the app from the App Store, whether it be from your Apple phone or go to Google Play, get the app as well from there. As I said from you guys, just pick whether your favorite player is going to go higher or lower in terms of points, rebounds, steals, or more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. On this week on Underdog, as I said, I was looking at the Charlotte Hornets game with Con Knippel and Brandon Miller. Con Knippel did not hit the points total for me. LaMelo Ball did hit his point total, his rebound and assist numbers. However, the total points, rebound, and assists that they wanted me to get did not reach the mark. So again, I zeroed out today, but the other days before, Brandon Miller hitting 20 points every time, money every time. He literally hit it every single time in their West Coast trip, and from that point on, even though I'm getting that $75 in bonus entry, I was still able to make money. Now I have that money that I can withdraw, but I can still continue to play with that $75 in bonus bets that I can basically place in at any point in time. Tonight I did not hit, but tomorrow I guarantee you I might hit, or the next game that Charlotte plays, which is going to be against Washington, which we will bring it up against in the next topic. I'm expecting Brandon Miller to hit 20 points again, and I'm going to definitely take the higher and slam the higher on that. And I'm also going to try to see if I can get Con Knippel in terms of rebounding and try to see if he can actually get 10 or 8 plus rebounds again against the Washington Wizards. So again, make sure you download Underdog app. It's a lot to do. You can do drafts. You can compete against other people for money. Same way how the FanDuel basically do their tournaments, do their drafts. Underdog has the same thing. You can go on there and basically collect money from that point on and go into these little schemes and go from there. The picks is there as well. You can make your picks simply and make the higher or lower, and you can get your money from there. So make sure you go on Underdog Fantasy. That is promo code basketball fans, and we'll see you there on Underdog Fantasy. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 and older to play. We're going to go back into the show just in a minute.
Must be 18 plus. 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska. 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. And present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms DFSTML for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 helpline at 1-878 or text HOMI 467-369.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live on the show for Hornets Daily podcast, and we have a third thing that we have to talk about. Charlotte and Washington time moved due to the weather concerns. As you guys know, that especially if you live in the Northeast area or if you're living around that area or around the Pacific area, maybe even in the Southeast area, there is a lot of snow that has been coming around from this time. And where I live at currently in New York, pretty much it is a lot of snow going around from this time being. I'm talking about we had a flurry of snow pretty much going up to 3 to 5 inches or so. I'm pretty sure in other states it is even worse. Chicago, I heard it was bad. It was about up to 10 inches or pretty much 5 to 9 inches of snow at a certain point, but it's going to get worse. It is a snowstorm pending as of this time or around this time in the next 2 days or so. So again, everybody is trying to prepare for it and trying to get ready for it. But also the NBA got ready for it, and they knew exactly what to do and exactly what time they had to get this game going. So this is what the latest report of the NBA.com. This is also placed out by the NBA PR team and communication team as well. A severe winter storm is warning the Northeast has caused the rescheduling of Saturday's game between the Wizards and the Hornets in Charlotte. The Wizards and the Hornets will now tip off at noon Eastern on Saturday, January 24th, due to the pending weather. Again, this game was set to be scheduled, I believe, around 7 o'clock. They moved to 12 due to the fact that the snowstorm could come around the afternoon time. The National Weather Service has issued a weather storm watch for Charlotte and surrounding areas on Saturday morning through Monday afternoon, and significant ice accumulation and sleet-covered roadways are forecasted. The National Weather Service forecasted that sleet could accumulate to 2 inches, and the wisp of a gust can be high as 30 miles per hour. Charlotte area residents are advised to consider delaying all travels and to drive with extreme caution that's out there. So if you guys are making your way to the game to go see the Charlotte Hornets versus the Washington Wizards, please be mindful of your driving. Make sure that you're safe. If you cannot attend or you have something going on, please stay in your house. Make sure that you stay safe. And regardless or not, you still have a TV and or computer and or phone to watch this game off of, whether you're watching from the FanDuel site, whether you're watching from another streaming site, or whether you are watching from NBA League Pass. You have a home, you have devices to watch this game. If you bought tickets, I do apologize. You can try to contact Spectrum Center and try to see if you can get your tickets back to get a refund, or you can get another ticket for another game if so. But please be advised, make sure that you're safe, make sure that you're inside at especially with the snowstorm, because apparently it's going to get bad on the road. It's icy weather, it's going to be ice on the ground. Make sure you take care of yourself before you risk yourself going to Spectrum Center to go to watch the game, because again, they started the game early, and yes, you can go to the game early and possibly watch it, but that ride home is going to be very critical, especially with that snowstorm. So be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful, Charlotte Hornets fans. Make sure that if you are at home, make sure you stay at home during that time, during these past 2 days, because again, after Saturday, Sunday and Monday is going to be crucial. You're going to be shoveling snow most likely, so be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. But again, Charlotte and Washington will be moved at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. You can catch the game on FanDuel at 12 p.m. Eastern time on FanDuel on Saturday, if so. And again, Charlotte versus Washington coming home from a road trip. Even though it's going to be a short road to basically go through, again, they have to go through a snowstorm. I'm pretty sure Washington is going to stay in the hotel after the game, and they're pretty much going to stay a day possibly in Charlotte as they are trying to get through traffic and try to get to their next game, or whether they have to make it back home to make it to their next game. So again, that's the game time. They're going to change the game time to 12 p.m. for the time being. Another thing that has not changed, though, is our next and last and final topic of today. It is Colin Sexton and the Charlotte Hornets demands on Colin Sexton. Now, this is a short report to say the least, but again, it's coming from Clutch Points, and it was coming from the previous report of the Minnesota Timberwolves wanting Colin Sexton and basically signaling that they want Colin Sexton in trade rumors. Remember, I told you guys that the trade rumors were true for Colin Sexton, as Minnesota Timberwolves are interested in Colin Sexton and trying to get him. Now, this is the newest report from Charlotte. Charlotte has demands as far as Colin Sexton, or signal out to Minnesota or teams that's interested in Colin Sexton that they value picks and or a young prospect to pretty much get in return for Colin Sexton if a trade should happen. So in the sense that they want their assets, more importantly, they are not looking to just trade the Colin Sexton for a 1-year deal and try to get some. No, they want a young player, they want picks, they want assets, and of course, that's what they obviously would want out of any trade, especially for an expiring contract. They want value. They want value for a long term. It makes sense, and it's understandable. From a standpoint of the Minnesota Timberwolves, I honestly believe they have young players, or have a couple of young players that they can give up. Joan Brittinger from the Minnesota Timberwolves, has he played the backup center or the reserve center, if anything, would be a nice fit to us as well. He's very athletic, can jump. He's from France. He will build some chemistry with Tijon. I honestly feel he would be perfect fit as far as a rim protecting center and an athletic center that can play alongside with LaMelo Ball. In a sense, I don't know about how he is playing as far as plus minus, because again, he's barely played, but it is a young talent to say the least. Rob Dillingham is another person that we can look at potentially, has a player that is a young player, a guard, if sense, can pretty much come in, has a 6-man role, gets a new start potentially with the Charlotte Hornets team coming off the bench and providing minutes and actually gaining minutes and actually learning how to play from the Charlotte Hornets, and having a coaching staff that will trust him to make plays and do things that he is needed to do, his repertoire, if anything. And from that standpoint as well, with Colin Sexton going to the T-Wolves, if he does go to the T-Wolves, I'm just saying, has a hypothetical sense in the trade, the Charlotte Hornets would get picks. They would get second-round picks. They would probably get a first-round pick, a late first-round pick, if anything. So that's not bad in terms of signaling. We obviously know that they're going to try to get a young prospect or a pick, but just put it out there. Hey, Minnesota actually have some solid young prospects that we can look at and potentially go from trade. Let me know what you guys think of how you guys will format a trade with the Minnesota T-Wolves for Colin Sexton, if you would to trade Colin Sexton over there for the T-Wolves. Now, honestly, if it was up to me, I'm not trading Colin Sexton. Honestly, I feel Colin Sexton has done so much of a good job as a backup point guard for this team, especially being an energy guy off the bench for this team, is to a certain point, to a certain degree. I honestly do not want him to go. I honestly feel that he earned a new contract with the Charlotte Hornets team. Now, if you feel as though that Trey Mann has some room to grow still, even though he is one-dimensional and has a chronic injury, then by all means I understand. But I honestly feel that Colin Sexton earned money for a new contract, and honestly I feel like Trey Mann should be the guy that's on the chopping block, if anything, for a team to look at him and potentially get him in a trade for assets and value as well. And also as well, we got different players that's on the team that could be traded or could be moved as well. But again, honestly feel like the Hornets should stand pat in the trade deadline. Remember, trade deadline is only 2 weeks away. Today is only 2 weeks away. It is officially 2 weeks away as of right now. So again, ladies and gentlemen, Colin Sexton currently being rumored. Minnesota T-Wolves want him. They're interested in him. Let's see how that goes. And as I said, the Charlotte Hornets are demanding value of a pick or assets as far as picks or a young prospect for Colin Sexton. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of overall the show as far as the Charlotte Hornets beating out the Orlando Magic. Ball coming off the bench. I want to let you know and hear your comments on how you would manage LaMelo Ball's minutes from this point on, if he should start. Charlotte and Washington time obviously is with the snowstorm. That's self-explanatory. If you guys were going to the game, I do apologize, but you get your money back and potentially can go to the next game that's there. And then obviously the Colin Sexton demands from that point on. We appreciate you guys over here for the Hornets Daily Podcast, and we're going to be out of here. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you show that support and go into that comment section. Let me know your favorite topic of today, and let me know how you guys feel about your Hornets dismantling and beating the Orlando Magic very, very badly in this game, 124-97 in this one. Again, my name is Tavon Best. I am out of here from the Hornets Daily Podcast. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.